Objects. In Microsoft PowerPoint 2010, each slide may have multiple items such as pictures, shapes, and text boxes. PowerPoint lets you arrange the objects the way you want by aligning, grouping, rotating, and ordering them in various ways. In this lesson, you will learn how to align objects across the slide, group multiple objects into one object, and order objects from front to back. Aligning objects. You can click and drag objects to align them manually, but guesswork will never give you the best result. Additionally, aligning objects in this way can take a great deal of time. Luckily, Microsoft PowerPoint 2010 provides you with several commands that allow you to easily arrange and position objects. To align two or more objects. 1. Click and drag your mouse to form a selection box around the objects you want to align. All of the objects will now have sizing handles to show that they are selected. 2. From the Format tab, click the Align command and select Align Selected Objects. 3. Click the Align command again and select one of the 6 alignment options. 4. The objects will align to each other based on the option that you've selected. To align objects to the slide. Sometimes you may wish to align one or more objects to a specific location within the slide, such as the top or the bottom. You can do this by simply selecting the Align to Slide option before you align the objects. 1. Click and drag your mouse to form a selection box around the objects you want to align. All of the objects will now have sizing handles to show that they are selected. 2. From the Format tab, click the Align command and select Align to Slide. 3. Click the Align command again and select one of the 6 alignment options. 4. The objects will align to the slide based on the option that you've selected. To distribute objects evenly. If you've arranged objects in a row or column, you may want them to be an equal distance from one another for a neater appearance. You can do this by distributing the objects horizontally or vertically. 1. Click and drag your mouse to form a selection box around the objects you want to align. All of the objects will now have sizing handles to show that they are selected. 2. From the Format tab, click the Align command. 3. From the menu, select Distribute horizontally or Distribute vertically. 4. The objects will be distributed evenly. And rotating objects. In addition to aligning and grouping objects, Microsoft PowerPoint 2010 gives you the ability to arrange objects in a specific order. The ordering is very important when two or more objects overlap, as it will determine which objects are in the front or the back. To change the ordering by one level. 1. Select an object. The Format tab will appear. 2. From the Format tab, click the Bring Forward or Send Backward command to change the object's ordering by one level. If the object overlaps with more than one other object, you may need to click the command several times to achieve the desired ordering. 3. The objects will reorder themselves. To bring an object to the front or back. If you want to move an object behind or in front of several objects, it's usually faster to bring it to front or send it to back rather than clicking the ordering commands multiple times. 1. Select an object. The Format tab will appear. 2. From the Format tab, click the Bring Forward or Send Backward drop-down box. 3. From the drop-down menu, select Bring to Front or Send to Back. 4. The objects will reorder themselves. To rotate an object. 1. Select an object. The Format tab will appear. 2. From the Format tab, click the Rotate command. A drop-down menu will appear. 3. Select the desired rotating option. 4. The object in the slide will rotate. Grouping objects. At times, you may want to group multiple objects into one object so that they will stay together if they moved. Often, this is easier than selecting all of the objects every time you want to move them. Pictures, shapes, clip art, and text boxes can all be grouped together, but placeholders cannot be grouped. Therefore, You should make sure that you don't insert your pictures into placeholders if you're going to be grouping the pictures. To group objects, 1. Click and drag your mouse to form a selection box around the objects you want to align. Text and objects. In Microsoft PowerPoint 2010, you can animate text and objects such as clip art, shapes, and pictures. Animation or movement on the slide can be used to draw the audience's attention to specific content or to make the slide easier to read. In this lesson, you will learn how to add animation effects to text and objects and customize them. The 4 types of animations. There are many different animation effects that you can choose from, and they're organized into 4 types. Entrance. These control how the object enters the slide. For example, with the bounce animation, the object will fall onto the slide and then bounce several times. Emphasis. These animations occur while the object is on the slide, often triggered by a mouse click. For example, you can set an object to spin when you click the mouse. Exit. These control how the object exits the slide. For example, with the fade animation, the object will simply fade away. Motion paths. These are similar to emphasis effects, except the object moves within the slide along a predetermined path, for example, a circle. To apply an animation to an object. 1. Select an object. 2. Click the Animations tab. 3. In the Animation group, click the More drop-down arrow to view the available animations. 4. Select the desired animation effect. 5. The object will now have a small number next to it to show that it has an animation. Also, in the slide pane, the slide will now have a star symbol next to it. At the bottom of the menu, you can access even more effects. Some effects will have options that you can change. For example, with the fly-in effect, you can control which direction the object comes from. These options can be accessed from the Effect Options command in the Animation group. Working with animations. To add multiple animations to an object. If you select a new animation from the menu in the Animation group, it will replace the object's current animation. However, you will sometimes want to place more than one animation on an object. For example, an entrance and an exit effect. To do this, you'll need to use the Add Animation command, which will allow you to keep your current animations while adding new ones. 1. Select the object. 2. Click the Animations tab. 3. In the Advanced Animation group, click the Add Animation command to view the available animations. 4. Select the desired animation effect. 5. If the object has more than one effect, it will have a different number for each effect. The numbers indicate the order in which the effects will occur. It's important to consider how you'd like animations to appear in your slideshow. Well-placed animations can help emphasize important points or information. Too many animations can become distracting for your audience. To copy animations with the Animation Painter. In some cases, you may want to apply the same effects to more than one object. You can do that by copying the effects from one object. 1. Click on the object that has the effects that you want to copy. 2. From the Animations tab, click the Animation Painter command. 3. Click on the object that you want to copy the effects to. The effects will be applied to the object. To reorder the animation. 1. Select the number of the effect that you want to change. 2. From the Animations tab, click the Move Earlier or Move Later commands to change the ordering. To preview animations. Any animation effects that you've applied will show up when you play the slideshow. However, you can also quickly preview the animations for the current slide without viewing the slideshow. 1. Navigate to the slide that you want to preview. 2. From the Animations tab, click the Preview command. The animations for the current slide will play. Animation pane. The Animation pane allows you to view and manage all of the effects that are on the current slide. You can modify and reorder effects directly from the animation pane, which is especially useful when you have a large number of effects. To open the animation pane, 1. From the Animations tab, click the Animation Pane command. 2. The animation pane will open on the right side of the window. It will show all of the effects for the current slide in the order that they will appear. To reorder effects from the animation pane, 1. On the animation pane, click and drag an effect up or down. 2. The effects will reorder themselves. To preview effects from the animation pane, 1. From the animation pane, click the play button. 2. The effects for the current slide will play. On the right side of the animation pane, you will be able to see a timeline that shows the progress through each effect. If the timeline is not visible, click the drop-down arrow for an effect and select Show Advanced Timeline. To change an effect's start option. By default, an effect starts playing when you click the mouse during a slideshow. If you have multiple effects, you will need to click multiple times to start each effect individually. However, by changing the start option for each effect, you can have the effects that automatically play at the same time or one after the other. 1. From the animation pane, select an effect. A drop-down arrow will appear next to the effect. 2. Click the drop-down arrow. You will see 3 start options. Start on click. This will start the effect when the mouse is clicked. Start with previous. This will start the effect at the same time as the previous effect. Start after previous. This will start the effect when the previous effect ends. 3. Select the desired start option. When you preview the animations, all of the effects will play through automatically. To test effects that are set to start on click, you will need to play the slideshow.